What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Terence Crawford, Shawn Showtime Porter. It went down to the wire. It was everything that I thought it would be, and then some. We had Shawn Porter coming in with his athleticism, his football tactics, his true grit, his overall no quit and too legit to quit. We had Terence Crawford coming in with his savvy, coming in with his dominance. And Shawn Porter, like I told you guys, would steal the early rounds and he would do whatever he needed to do to get in. The only difference was Terence Crawford was prepared for it. Terence Crawford is not only a boxer, but he is a wrestler too. So he showed Shawn Porter what to do. Bars. He ended up smothering a lot of those attacks from Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter was coming in with punches and he was landing. He was landing these punches. And I think at around rounds 4 or 5, he started hitting Terence Crawford with punches, and Terence started covering up a bit. Okay, so the first round, I don't know who won. The second round, Porter. Third round, I think was Porter. Fourth round was Terence. Fifth round, Porter was still trying to make those advances, okay, and that's how he pressed the fight, like he did any other fighter, like Keith Thurman, like Errol Spence, like Danny Garcia. He made his force dominant, okay, when he came in with that aggression, with that straight right, especially when with Terence Crawford turned to southpaw, and he did that, I think, around the third round. And as soon as he did that, Shawn Porter came in pouncing with that right hand. It was a good call. But Terence Crawford's too slick for that. Terence Crawford held him when he needed to hold him, to slow down the pace, to slow down the aggression, and to slow down the punches, because Shawn Porter ain't gonna stop throwing punches, okay? So Porter, it was a back and forth fight, rounds 5, round 6, round 7. But I noticed what Terence Crawford started to do. Terence Crawford, he would take a round off, but when he was on. He would come towards Shawn Porter in the southpaw stance, and he started throwing shots to the body, just shooting that straight left or that left uppercut to the body. He would occasionally catch Shawn Porter with right hooks. And speaking of hooks, we did have first blood, I think, after the third round for Shawn Porter. He got cut, and then Terence Crawford later, I think in rounds 5, got cut. Okay, so it was first and second blood for these guys. So these guys were both cut, clashes of heads. Terence Crawford, switch hitter, fighting in southpaw. Shawn Porter, of aggressive orthodox fighter. So of course they would clash heads, and that's exactly what happened in that situation. So we seen blood, people. There will be blood, and it was blood. So we had that going on with those guys. But Terence Crawford started to implement those body shots, and I think that really started to affect Shawn Porter, okay? So I predicted he would take him out in round 8 and 9. I was wrong. It's okay to be wrong. You know what I mean? It is what it is. We're human, okay? But then rounds 10, okay, came about. Then out of nowhere, here comes Crawford with an uppercut. Like I told you guys, I seen an uppercut. I just saw an uppercut in the later rounds, and he caught Shawn Porter flush with an uppercut on the inside after Shawn Porter threw a left and then a right, and then here comes, boom, Terence Crawford with an uppercut. Coming in with an uppercut, drops Shawn Porter for the first time in the fight, and then he comes up, and then they bang it out again. Guess what? Terence Crawford gets it in again. He catches him with a hard right hook. Okay, and that in both times it made spit fly, drool out of Shawn Porter's mouth. I haven't seen a drooling punch like that since Oscar De La Hoya got hit by Sugar Shane Mosley back in 2000. Okay, so when you get hit and you bite down on that mouthpiece, that you drool out of default. Okay, because you're taking time and it's still pushing saliva out of your body, out of your mouth, but the spit, it's there. You get juicy throated, right? So that's what happened to Shawn Porter. But then after that, after the second knockdown, Shawn Porter fell and he was slamming his fist on the glove, on the canvas or whatever, his glove on the canvas. And he was pissed because he knew, like, damn it. So when he got up, Kenny Porter stopped the fight. He didn't like his son taking that much punishment, and because of that, he stopped it. I didn't agree with it, but that's his son. He knows what his son's limitations are. He knows who Terence Crawford is, and he understands where Terence Crawford is placed or positioned in the welterweight division. He knows he's the reason why he's pound for pound best fighter in the world. He knew that. Okay, and he said, well, hey, this is what it wasn't. You know, we wasn't prepared. We came in blindfolded. We never fought a guy like this. In other words, that's how I interpret it. Okay, but it was good sportsmanship. It was a good fight, action-packed. Shawn Porter always comes for the smoke, and he came for all of it. He didn't want to stop the fight. I want to let people know he didn't want to stop that fight. Okay, so his father stopped the fight. He was pissed. He didn't want to stop it, but it happened. He knew more, and he saw from that angle what was going to take place. And I did see Terence Crawford going in to maul him more and take him and hit him with those clean shots, and it wouldn't have been pretty. So that's the total breakdown of that particular fight. You guys tell me what you think of Terence Crawford, the first, the one, the only, to stop Shawn Showtime Porter in any fight, because most of his fights have been close to call, but this fight was the most dominant. He's been hit harder than anybody has ever hit him, as he admitted. So you guys tell me what you think of Terence Crawford. Now, where is he ranked? Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.